Good morning, great morning, extraordinary morning. I'm loving the new Facebook Live setup. And I'm here today to talk to you guys about no pain, no gain. I'm going to be the first one to admit, when I was born, most of my childhood growing up, I was soft. I didn't want to be exposed to harm. I didn't want to be challenged. I didn't want to be pushed. I didn't want to be hurt. I didn't want to be in pain. I didn't want to be in discomfort. Like most of us in society, we try to stay as far as possible away from pain. There's two things that drive us in life. It's either pleasure or it's pain. And most of us try to find as much possible pleasure as we can and stay away from pain as much as we possibly can. We want to try to avoid it at all costs. I was one of those kids. I was an only child growing up with a single mom, didn't have a dad, didn't have any brothers, didn't have any major male influences around me. Didn't get into my first fight till I was in 7th grade, and in the middle of the fight, the dude was like, "Stop! I gotta take my chain off." And I stopped because I didn't know, I didn't understand, I didn't get it. Now, I'm not talking about how this in real life works as if it's a fight. It's not true. Life does not have to be a fight. It does not have to be a battle. But I'm telling you that I was somebody who was so intimidated and so afraid and so scared of pain that I tried to stay away from it and eliminate it as much as possible in my life until I started getting older, until I started to realize that pain is part of life. That in order to succeed, in order to move forward, in order to break through, we have to go through times in our life that are painful. And I don't just mean physically, emotionally, and mentally. Physical pain is something that happens to us throughout life. And right now is the prime example of physical pain in my life. For those of you guys that know my story or have been following me and know what's coming up, I am swimming Alcatraz this Saturday with a group of about 5 of my boys. We're escaping from Alcatraz. And it's a 1.5, 1 3/4 mile swim from Alcatraz Island in San Francisco to the bay. On Sunday was our final test day. We were out at Lake Bartlett with Coach Frank Soule and a couple of my boys in my mastermind group. And it was a great day of swimming. We swam close to the distance. We felt confident. We high-fived each other, and we were out. Fast forward 2 or 3 hours later, and Mr. Smarty Pants, Mr. Confident, Mr. Follow the Rules, Mr. Determined was in charge of driving the boat. And at the very end, at the very last hour, I decided to jump in the raft and swim and be pulled by the boat. Well, it wasn't enough for me to just lay there and sit there. I had to act cool. I tried to show off. I stood up on my feet, and within a few seconds, I got smashed. I got thrown off the raft into the water. I landed on my rib cage. I laid there for a little while, realizing what I had done, how bad was it, tried to assess it, got back in the boat, tried to play it cool with my kids, felt this little wheezing, felt this sensation in my ribs. I knew something wasn't right, tried to go to sleep early, tried to sleep late, woke up yesterday morning. Oh man, something's wrong. Went to the urgent care, got x-rays, come to find out I have fractured 2 ribs. I've broken 2 ribs. If you know anything about ribs, there's nothing you can do about a broken or a cracked or a severed rib but rest. We're 5 days out from swimming Alcatraz. Woke up this morning, said, all right, I got to do something about this. The pain is really uncomfortable. It's annoying. It's sharp. I don't even know if I can run, let alone swim, let alone run and swim. And I met a friend on the mountain today. We were just going to walk. I was going to test it out. I was going to just kind of start to move into it and see. Haven't decided to cancel Alcatraz yet because it's 5 days away. But the last thing I want to do is jump in the water and not set myself up for success. And then I started to realize I'm prepared. Yes, there is some pain. There is some discomfort. I don't feel 100%. But that's true life. In life, we're going to be tested when we're not feeling 100% successful, when we don't have all of our bills paid, when everything is not going right in our life. We have to struggle. We have to go through pain in order to get to pleasure. And instead of hiding from it, instead of running away from it, instead of pretending that it didn't exist, I started to then think about the people who have counted on me. The people who are coming to San Francisco to watch me swim Alcatraz. My kids, my children, my wife who is supporting me, who is going. I can't just decide that this pain is too much for me not to show up, for me not to follow through with the goal that I have of escaping from Alcatraz. And in your life, look at and think about the pain that you may have. Maybe it's daily pain. Maybe it's arthritis. Maybe it's back pain. Maybe it's pain that's limiting you from doing the things that you want to do. And you got to think about that. That pain, as long as it's not chronic, as long as it's not something that needs surgery, as long as it's not something that keeps you from standing up, that pain is temporary. The pain that we go through. When I laugh, when I sneeze, I get a sharp pain right in my ribs. Oh, it hurts so good. And I realize it's temporary. In life, pain is temporary. How we fulfill our plan, how we get through the tough times, how we get through the struggles, that's when the pleasure comes. We have to get through pain in order to overcome the struggles in life to get to pleasure. You may be looking at your life right now. I look at my kids' life. It's pretty simple. It's all good. They don't really know the struggles, right? Having no Wi-Fi is a struggle for them. Not having grass-fed beef or organic fruits and vegetables, that may be the struggle for them. Having a new episode of one of their shows on Netflix, the season's over. Those are the struggles. Well, guess what? I'm not going to let my kids grow up without that struggle. So what do? We wake them up early. We get them out training. We put them on a mountain. We get them to understand how important it is, their own grasp of knowledge, of education, that the brain is a sponge, and first thing in the morning is the most important time to get a self-education, to inspire of what the rest of our day is going to look like, and why it's so important to get up and start struggling, whether it's struggling in your workout or struggling in a book that you're reading or struggling to do the things that don't come simple to you in your life. So I come to you guys today explaining that we all have to go through pain. Sometimes that pain can be physical. We might have a couple broken ribs. Sometimes that arthritis may soak into our body and we may not feel like going out and exercise. Sometimes we may look at age. We may say to ourselves, well, I can't do that because I'm 40, because I'm 50, because I'm 60, because I'm 70. So we start to mentally put these limiting beliefs on ourselves. But if we look at pain, all pain, physical, mental, spiritual, sexual, relational, if we look at pain in any capacity, we look at it as temporary, just like any kind of defeat. If you don't say the word failure, if you don't say the term, I can't, and you constantly exchange it for it's not failure, but it's a temporary defeat. It's not something I can't do, but I may not be able to do it right now, but I will. If we change the way we think about things, the way that we look at life, we look at pain, the small pain of getting up early and being tired, the small pain of waking up and going for a walk or a run or a hike, the small pain of saying no to the bread when it comes to the table, the small pain of ordering a water instead of a beer or a cocktail. All these small pains, all these small struggles will make us stronger. They'll make our core beliefs tighter. They'll make them stick together. They'll make the mold. They'll make these small little victories and wins in life. As we repeat them over and over again, they become the building blocks for our success. So think about that, guys, in your life. When pain starts to come in, physical, emotional, mental, pain, the brain capacity. I can't read any longer. I can't study any longer, right? I can't work any longer. I can't write any longer. To the spiritual pain, possibly, of I don't even think. I can't do that thing. Stop putting those limiting beliefs on yourself. Understand that you can do anything in this world that you decide to do. Nobody else can do it for you. And when the pain starts to happen, when I start to feel this physical pain in my ribs, stroke after stroke in Alcatraz, all I'm going to be thinking about, all I'm going to be reminded of is the pleasure when I'm done, getting out of the water, seeing my kids, seeing my family, seeing my friends who are coming to watch me swim Alcatraz. All that pain that I'm gonna go through, all the uncomfortableness, all the struggles will all go away. And I will raise my hand in the air in victory, in personal victory, as to who and what I am and what my beliefs are and how I can overcome any obstacle by looking at it as something minor. The pain that I'm going through, the pain that you're going through today, each and every single day, the pain of driving to work, the pain of sitting at an office desk chair, the pain of answering phone calls, whatever pain you have, know that it's going to make you stronger. It's going to build the fibers from your inside out, and people are going to see that. You may not see it at first, but people around you are going to see the hard work and relentless sacrifice that you put in each and every single day, as long as you understand that the pain that you're feeling right now is temporary. The struggle that you're going through, the struggles that we go through each and every single day are all stepping stones and building blocks to creating the strongest version of yourself. My name is Luke Kayyem. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate each and every single one of you. My mission, my goal, my target, my purpose is to live each and every single day with passion and positivity and share it with the world. If you received something from this message or you truly got something out of it, please share it. Follow at Luke Kayyem as I will continue to deliver messages about purpose, passion, and positivity. Have an amazing day.